What's up guys? Today I'm bringing you another top 5 tips, and this one is going to be about how to win more frequently in playground mode 1v1s. A lot of people have been playing this recently, and I've seen a lot of improvement in many players and many of my friends in just their building alone. So today we're going to talk about different ways to counter different strats and how to retake high ground, or even counter people who have your high ground. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first tip is taking the advantage in 1v1 playground is to get the initial high ground. And I know it has a lot to do with timing. Whoever places the wall first basically gets the initial high ground, but I'm going to show you the way I use to get my initial high ground, and you just got to practice this. So basically how our rules are is that you'll cross, do the initial cross, and after the initial cross you're gonna go 2 up. So 1, 2, and what I do is I'll do a 180 turn. Most people like doing 90-degree turns because they think that's faster, but if you do this, which is pretty layered, I use a lot of walls, and this does use a lot of walls, but I'll anything goes. So they can basically break me down at this point, so that's why I layer my walls a lot. And then I'll go into a what's it called, a double ramp rush here to get that that initial high ground, so that they don't end up breaking me up. And the reason why I do this is so I don't get coned. It's a lot harder for me to get coned because I have these additional walls. So yeah, that's the way I use to get initial high ground. I'll show you again. I'll ramp up, and I'll do my 180 turn, just like that. Again, there are other ways. I'll show you the other way that I also do use, or started using, where I'll, instead of going 180, I'll do a 90-degree turn. That's what Myth uses, and I'll just keep going around just like that. So yeah, either of those 2 ways will get your initial high ground, without a doubt. Alright, so moving on to the next tip. This is a tip to countering pyramid strat. So where you basically you have the high ground, but then they pyramid you. So a way to avoid this is, let's say there are 2 scenarios. There's one where there's a block in between you, and there isn't a block in between you where you guys meet at the same time. So when you have the ramp, I think this is the most common way, when you have the ramps touching, the way to counter this is that you're going to place a ramp, floor, and wall. You're just going to layer your ramps. You got to practice that. I know it wastes mats, but if you know that you guys are going to meet up at one point and you don't want to get countered or pyramid stratted on, place these walls so that the person below you can't place a pyramid. See, if you don't place this wall though, they can place the pyramid, and you also have to place the wall as well, because they can also place the pyramid after. So yeah, so you have to have both the floor and the wall, and you won't get pyramid shredded. A lot of people use double ramps to prevent it as well. When they're going up on their opponent, they'll use double ramps so that they can't get pyramid. So if they do get pyramid here, they can go to walk the other side. But I think the best way to avoid it is use double ramps and double your or layer your walls with the this strat, double ramp rush, so you won't get pyramid stratted on. All right, so here is the next scenario where there is a block in between you guys. So what you're gonna do is basically the same thing. You don't have to place the floor here because the floor doesn't really do anything. All you really have to do is place a wall. So you can't even place the cone on top of them. Yeah, see, even if I try, you can actually place a kind of like a, what's it called, a floor on top of them, because it's much harder to place this pyramid. But yeah, that's how you counter this method. This method is it's much easier. So you got to make sure that you place that wall. So I would say just start with layering your ramps at all times, and that's the best way to counter the pyramid strat. All right, so moving on to the next tip, it's to let's say to counter this method. It doesn't work with that that scenario. It works with when there is a, let's say, a mark or a gap in between your guys' ramps. So let me just go over this. Oh shit. So there's a gap in between the ramp, and let's say my opponent uses this strat on me where I can't place a pyramid over him. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump up, place a platform underneath me, start a stairs, and then use his ramp to go this forward. But when I use this first one right here, so initially the person, if I ever saw this and someone was doing this to me, I would follow him up and create my own ramps while I'm doing my ramps up. But to stop him from coming up, and when I do these ramps, I'm gonna place a pyramid, a cone, on top of my initial ramp, and then keep going. And to be extra safe, I'll place another one and then keep going, and then do my 180 turn. I was kind of scuffed, but yeah, that's to counter the third tip I just gave you guys. Alright guys, for the fourth tip, I'm going to show you how to get down from your build battle as fast as you can. So let's say that your opponent, you mess up. So let's say you mess up. Oh shit, I didn't mess up. Okay, let's say you mess up and you blocked yourself with your ramp, right? So at this point, your opponent has the high ground, and all you're doing right now is trying to take it back. But we all know that if your opponent has the high ground, it's really easy for a good player to keep the high ground and just maintain it all the way. So the best option is to reset the fight and break it down. So let's say you guys are really high though. Say you guys are you kept building up and you guys are really high. The fastest way, except editing down, the fastest way to get down from a build battle, I would say, is doing this strat. You'll place wall, ramp. And how I learned it, my brother taught me, is that you look down. Just look down from the place you're about to do it at. So I'm looking down here. I'll ramp, or wall, and then ramp. I'll catch myself. So I'll keep doing this. And you can change up this direction while placing a platform underneath you, and then going down the other way. And then this will give you a chance to break it down as fast as possible. But make sure that you're kind of near like a stable ramp, because if you do break down, let's say right here, you are connected to the top. So you got to make sure that you're over here and then you break it down. You connect it just like that. It's pretty fast. If you practice it, you got to practice it so you can get to a high enough point. So let's say the best way to practice this is just ramping up all the way to a high place, and then doing it as fast as you can. You just keep going. Oh, I messed up there. Just like that. This is only if you guys can't retake the high ground. Hi guys, for the final tip, this is going to be about pressure, something that I lack in a lot of my 1v1s, but I've been working on. So this is what I mean. Wait, hold on. So I like to use Tommy guns. I think it's the best gun for breaking down fights and causing a lot of pressure in fights. So I'll rarely have even a shotgun. I'll use just a Tommy gun and attack machine gun. But it's only so I can practice my pressure during fights. So let's say after initial high ground, and I do take the high ground like that. I'll like to, after every single other ramp, I'll start shooting. Like even if they're covered themselves or they're really low, I'll just keep shooting and follow their movements. And then I'll follow them. But after my second ramp, I'll keep applying pressure. Like I'll just keep shooting, making sure that he knows I'm still here. That's basically what you want to focus on. Yeah, so like a lot of the things that that people focus on is like these double ramps right here. what I do is when I see that, when someone's double ramping up, is I like to break down their first ramp so that it'll go away, so I can pressure them by shooting them or spraying them with my Tommy gun or tac machine gun. And I'll keep following their movements, and then I'll just keep applying pressure. That's what a lot of people lack in build fights, because they focus a lot on just building, which is my problem. So yeah, that's a way to practice your pressure in build fights, is after every other ramp you place, you always take out your gun and then shoot. So yeah. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did enjoy making it. If you guys did like it and you want to support it, please leave a like and comment below of any suggestions you want me to talk about in further videos or further top 5 videos. If I didn't talk about something that you wanted me to talk about, please leave a comment, ask me any questions below, and I'll get to them ASAP. Also, if you want to play with me, or if you want to 1v1 me in Fortnite, please join my Discord link down below in the description. Just go to my Twitch channel, and there should be a Discord link or Discord button in my Twitch description. Also, I'm hosting daily 1v1 soon, and I want to start making build battle completions in playground mode, because I feel like that's where the strongest builders are, and how to improve my building is the only way to practice against good players. So yeah, let me know if you want a 1v1 or play against or play with me, and I'll get to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you all for watching. Again, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys all. See you later.